What's up, Internet, and welcome to Super Smash Bros. Wii U Weekly. Obviously, we've had to break out of the weekly form because holy hell, that Nintendo Direct.
It was Jesus Christ.
It was Jesus Christ. It was hosted by Sakurai. How you doing up there?
Hey. He's looking good. I loved at the start. He jokes like, I'm still alive.
Yeah, I don't know why. Was there... Anyway, we're going to do a bunch of episodes that talk about all of the things that were announced, including Greninja, Charizard, online multiplayer, how not to be a troll in online, how slow internet connections may lead to lag, you guys. New information from Sakurai. But right now we want to talk about the newly discovered differences between the two versions. First and foremost, release dates. I don't think anybody expected different dates for these.
No way, no. We all assumed they were announced together, you release them together.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But now that it's been announced that 3DS will be summer and that Wii U will be winter of this year, it totally makes sense. Like that the 3DS version is the smaller version.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is, sorry.
Literally, it's a small cartridge versus a large disc.
And so and it's possible that it was just ready sooner than the other one. And so it is out first, people can practice all the new stuff on it, and then they can step up to the Wii U version.
Yes.
Plus, if they had come out at the same time, you know, people might pick and choose between the two, and Nintendo would rather you buy all of them. So they give you 3 to 6 months to get ready to buy all of them.
That's right. So let's start with the things that we know are going to be identical between the two versions. First thing, the characters.
Right. All the same roster across both games. So even though the Wii U one will come out afterwards, it will still have the same characters.
Yes, and the gameplay itself will also be the same. You're going to be playing the same style, same movesets, same customizable character moves that they revealed. All that's going to be the same, as well as online multiplayer.
Yeah, they're just going to have them, and they you know, all the details about the online multiplayer, which we'll talk about at a different time, are the same.
Yes, though that is pretty much all the things that are the same, and then we move into the things that are different. Trophies are different, each pulling from either handheld games or console games. That line is really blurry because Ocarina of Time is technically a handheld game according to Nintendo now, but whatever.
Nintendo re-releases stuff enough that you can tell. I mean, everything is on everything.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but hey, that's what they're saying. The same goes for levels. So you end up having levels based on Fire Emblem on the handheld version, the 3DS version, which is coming sooner, and you end up having levels that are based on Pikmin, things like that, on the Wii U version. There are going to be some levels that are on both, like including Final Destination and the Battlefield level, though they will kind of have their own different aesthetics.
Right, right.
Yes. Other things that are on the Wii U only, they didn't really talk about, but they did talk about some 3DS exclusive stuff.
This definitely was the Direct. I mean, they used mostly Wii U shots, but because 3DS is sooner, they talked more in specifics about the 3DS.
Yes, so the 3DS one is going to be running at 60 frames per second most of the time.
Yeah, it was interesting how open he was about it, which just shows you, I think, how detail-oriented Sakurai is. Like, he wishes you could feel, I think you could feel from what he was saying, oh, I wish I could just say it's all 60 frames, but I don't want to be a liar. It's 60 frames for all the characters, as best as we can, but the sacrifice means that trophies are 30 frames. So, I don't know, in the footage they showed...
the lightest, like, he did it like, I'm so sorry, you guys. The 3 seconds that the frickin' samurai from F-Zero is on the screen, he'll be moving slightly differently. But in reality, we want 60 frames a second for the gameplay because we want to be able to count frames because we're sociopaths. We don't necessarily care the exact fluidity of the trophies or the Pokemon.
As long as they're there, I don't care.
Yeah. The other big thing is Smash Run. Now, I don't think many people expected there to be features like this that were so different on the two versions. Smash Run is a 4-player competitive dungeon crawl where you run around fighting enemies from different Nintendo games and from the Subspace Emissary, collecting power-ups and items before competing in a brawl.
Yeah, it was so cool looking at just how many different old enemies they had showing up that like must have been just made for the run. And I think it's another cool thing that it'll be focused on. You have 4 3DSs anyway. This is something you can do on the 3DS that you can't necessarily do on the Wii U, at least not in the same room.
Yeah, you're all in the same dungeon, which looks to be a pretty large dungeon, but you're all on your own screens, you're all doing your own thing, and that should lead to some cool things. It's only 5 minutes in the dungeon, and then a brawl or a melee, whatever you wish. You fight, and then they said, like, the fight doesn't take long, and then you jump right back into it. And when you go through the dungeon, you're getting bonuses to your defense, your offense, your special attack, your jumping, everything, so that makes the battles a little bit different. And Sakurai actually said, you should go ahead and play random characters too, just because that will make this mode even more crazy.
And then lastly, like, they did hint at connectivity between the Wii U and the 3DS version, but they were the usual Nintendo coy about it, of just going like, they can connect, but we'll tell you about that more at a later date. But I have to assume, you know, the 3DS one comes out before the Wii U one,
right.
So since you'll be playing the crap out of 3DS one, they would pay that off in some way with like unlocks or whatever when you would share your data. And, and of course now your, you know, Wii or your Nintendo name is connected between your 3DS and Wii U. So you might not even need to even have your 3DS connected to it. It could just know your account unlocked things.
Sure, and it could be something as simple as if you've unlocked all of the characters on the 3DS version, you don't have to replay everything to unlock them on the Wii U version. You've already jumped through all of those hoops.
That'd be great.
Or maybe it could be to get some of the customizable attacks, which are only used in like friendly battles, not for pro-level online stuff. Maybe that stuff are things you unlock through grinding, and you unlock that. Almost treating like when you get the Wii U version, it's like, congratulations, you graduated to the real version. You've done the heavy lifting beforehand. Jump into the real game.
Yeah.
So that's everything that was announced on the 3DS versus Wii U front. There's plenty of other stuff that's been revealed. 5 characters, details on online multiplayer, new items that I literally forgot about until just now because there was so much stuff announced. We'll talk about that in a bunch of other videos. Man, we just did a weapons video. That thing is crazy outdated already.
Thanks a lot, Sakurai.
Yeah, really dicked us over, bro. Anyway, we'll talk to you soon.